That human angle topic on family, marriage, peer pressure, drug and substance abuse, societal issues, women and children, and so much more. Now, it's crucial to approach these subjects with empathy and understanding. These issues often intertwine with societal norms and can lead to tough conversations. It is important to create a safe space for dialogue where individuals can share their experiences without fear or judgment. I am Jumai Manson. Join me every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on the program Inside Today on Global Television. Say is the foundation of healthy and sustainable relationships. Now, effective communication allows partners to express, share emotions, and build mutual understanding. Now, key components for navigating the complexities of modern life. Hello and welcome to Inside Today. I am Jumai Manson. Today, the topic is all about the importance of communication in modern relationships. I am being joined by a very good friend of mine. His name is Iheanacho Prince. He's the brand marketing and communication specialist. Do not go anywhere. The program continues shortly. Stay tuned. Human angle topic on family, marriage, peer pressure, drug and substance abuse, societal issues, women and children, and so much more. Now, it's crucial to approach these subjects with empathy and understanding. These issues often intertwine with societal norms and can lead to tough conversations. It is important to create a safe space for dialogue where individuals can share their experiences without fear or judgment. I am Jumai Manson. Join me every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on the program Inside Today on Global Television. And if you're just tuning in, this is Inside Today on Global Television. And I mentioned before, we're looking at, I call it a sensitive issue. Yes, it is when it comes to relationships. And it's all about the importance of communication in modern relationships. And I mentioned that I am being joined by a very good friend of mine, no other person than Mr. Prince Iheanacho. He's a brand marketing and communication specialist. And good afternoon. It's great to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me, Jumai. So good to be here.
All right. Now, what comes to mind when you hear, or will I say, what is the importance when it comes to communications in modern relationships?
So, communication is the bedrock of all human interactions, right? In fact, it goes beyond human interactions these days because people communicate with their pets and all of that. So it's a broad spectrum. Communication is key to existence. Because going from creation, the Holy Books record that even God had to speak words for things to come into existence, and then he also had fellowship with, Adam and Eve. And so that's the bedrock of human existence. Communication is key to everything that we do. However, I like that you mentioned effective communication in your preamble, right? Effective communication requires for there to be feedback, and feedback should either suit the desired expectation or elicit further explanation.
Okay.
All right?
I'm trying to get that.
What that means is that if, for instance, in communication, we say communication is the exchange of ideas, thoughts, and all of that. So if I'm trying to communicate a thought to you from the encoder to the decoder, it means that there has to be a clear channel of communication and without distortion. If there's distortion at some point, you either miss what I'm trying to communicate, which means that the feedback would be wrong, right? So for instance, I'm trying to say, Jumai, please pick up the red laptop on the table in my bedroom. And then you hear bedroom, but you don't hear the laptop. You could walk into the bedroom and not find or not know what to say or what to pick up, all right? Which means that your feedback now would be, what do you want me to pick up from the bedroom? And then I'd have to say, oh, my red laptop.
Okay.
Right?
I completely
So
understand.
that's for me, that's me giving further explanation. That way you have a clear understanding of what I'm saying. But what we find these days is that there's several distortions, there's several noise and interruptions when we communicate, because there's so much going on with communication these days, but hardly are people communicating effectively.
Can you bring it down to modern relationships now? Like, I'm going to digress a bit. I know that we're talking about effective communication and all of that now, but how can communication in modern relationships now, how can it prevent and build trust in a conversation? How can you put that in there?
Now, let's say you're dating someone, for instance, and you're unable to effectively let them in on what your communicate, what your values are, what your belief systems are. At the end of the day, you might end up with someone who doesn't know you, who doesn't align with you. Now, alignment is key in building whatever relationships we're building. Let's say we're building a business relationship. We must have both have the same business interests. So, if, for instance, you want to sell laptops and I want to sell phones, and we say we're doing business, we don't really align, right? Or you want to sell cars, I want to sell laptops, but we want to get in business. We have to make sure that our interests align, all right? And we want to achieve the same thing. If I want to do charity and you want to make profit, our interests do not align. So our interests must both align. Now, coming to romantic relationships as we find them today, we have people who do not know what it means to select. The selection process is wrong because we are unable to communicate our interests, our values, and our belief systems.
But when you say selection process, is it about the male or the female? Because I know it has to be
it goes
mostly
both
the male.
ways. It goes both ways.
But mostly the male, right?
Yeah, to an extent. We live in a community, in a society where men are expected to be the ones to indicate interest,
Yes.
to chase a woman and woo her and all of that.
Yes.
However, there are exceptions where the woman also